Hello, I'm Ben. Welcome to the channel. So what I want to talk about today is scammers on Facebook Marketplace. So if you are a reseller, if you're a person who tries to earn a little extra money selling on Facebook Marketplace and doing what we all do to try to sell off some things that you've collected in a lifetime that may be of some value now, you have to be aware of certain scammers. And so what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to read from you the exact script that they will try to use. So you post something and they will not post anything on that. They'll send you a message through Messenger and they'll say that they're interested in that item. They'll ask you some item specific questions, but you can tell right away that in the group, it's you and two other people. Okay. So that's a telltale right away that there's something jiggy going on. And they'll ask you about the item. I always say right away, are you local to my town? And then I'll say, this is a local pickup, cash only. I suggest that for everyone that's selling on Marketplace. And as you could imagine, the majority of these scammers are in India. They want you to use some type of application where they pay you and it shows a receipt for that. A lot of times they'll try to get you to mail something. But what they're trying to do is get your banking information through this transaction, through one way, shape, or form. So 40% of Facebook's 3.7 billion users regularly shop on the platform. 16% of Facebook users, which is roughly 491 million, log into Facebook specifically to shop on Marketplace. 250 million sellers list items on Facebook Marketplace, and of that, 51.2% of consumers who shop on social media made their most recent purchase on Facebook Marketplace. So you can see that this data shows, and it grows every year. This data is from 2023, so I'm sure it's grown even more so over the last few years with the economy being what it is and prices going through the roof, and then our president starting a foreign war that's going to drive the gas price almost up to $10 a gallon. And when he was asked about that, he said, I don't consider what people are paying at the pump when I'm making decisions in the office. And that's clear. He's proud of that, very proud of that. But Facebook Marketplace is the most popular social commerce platform among all social media platforms. So Facebook shoppers, it says 77.4% purchased from Marketplace, 14.4 and 8.12 purchased from shops and Messenger, respectively. 16% of Facebook regularly shop for items on Facebook Marketplace before looking anywhere else. So it tells you there's quite a bit. It's a huge demand. There's a lot of people participating. 75.7% of Facebook Marketplace users, or 45.4% of all social commerce shoppers, purchase clothing through the platform. For some reason, I can't speak today. So the things purchased most often are furniture, personal electronics, clothes and shoes, books and games, home decor, home appliances, and tools. The collectibles being the next item there. The ages of the shoppers by age, 18 to 34, represent 23%. 35 to 44-year-olds represent 18%. 45 to 64-year-olds represent 11%. And 65 and older represent 5%. It says 80% of Facebook Marketplace users log in with the goal to buy. 20% are window shoppers. So I'm telling you this because in India, the largest gross domestic product for them year over year is identity theft. These people clearly are from there. You can look at the profiles. The profiles are not local to you. So I always recommend looking at the profile on Messenger. And I'm going to read you the exact message because I received this message 3 times today from 3 different people. I just set up a new page to sell items on Facebook because I have a shop here in town, and the stuff that we don't sell there, we don't hold it in the store for a very long period of time. If it doesn't sell there, we pull it out and sell it on Marketplace just to get that stuff moved. Or if we buy a lot of items and some of the items aren't up to spec to what we sell in the store, we sell it directly on Facebook Marketplace. But here's the message. The first thing I respond when someone reaches out, I say, hello, are you local to me? And I mention my town. The next thing I say, this is local pickup only and cash only. To that, they will still respond. And here's the message they respond with, and I'm going to read it exactly as typed, okay? It says, okay, that's great. I'm willing to buy it now so don't have to sell to others. I'm currently out of town. Would it be okay if my daughter come pick it up tomorrow, probably 10 a.m. or anytime 5:30 p.m.? I'll pay now through Zelle or Venmo to secure it because she doesn't have cash to pay. Is that okay? To which I always respond to these, no thank you. And I also put on this, you scammers always use the same script. So what they do is they don't respond to your last comment, because if they do, you can then mark them as a scammer. So they never respond to that last comment. They let it pop up where you can read it on your screen, but they don't open it or respond to it. That way you can't report them as a scammer. You can do the best you can to try to report them, but for some reason Facebook doesn't give you the opportunity right there to just push something saying scammer on that screen. So I say all this because resellers need to be aware. If you're new to it, or if you're an older person getting into it, you're not aware of this scam. It's one that you could fall for very quickly. You don't want to deal with these people on the phone. What they're trying to do is get you to do something, then ask for a refund. And when you do that, they ask you for your banking information, etc., so they can find the right transaction. And then you unwillingly give them information you shouldn't be giving out. So I want to just put that out there. If you get those type of messages, just block them. Try to report them if you can. But it is one of the most common scams on Facebook Marketplace. So if you see that, you post an item, within 48 hours of posting that item, someone hits your messages with 2 people on that besides yourself, that should scream to you scam. And if you ask the same questions I do, are you local to whatever your town is, and then say, because this is local pickup cash only, that should correct the situation. But you saw with this one, they still sent that same response. And guys, it's always, can my brother, daughter, sister, someone pick it up other than them? I don't know why that's the scam, as opposed to saying I will come pick it up. But I guess that's because Facebook could then identify that it is a scam, because they can't come pick it up if they're in, somewhere over 8 hours away. So just wanted to call that out. It's one of the most common scams out there. Be wary. If you like content like this, I do these buyer bewares every so often with other content on the channel. Please like, please subscribe, please share if you think this will help someone out. I'm Ben. Be good.